Welcome back. We are continuing our coverage of this 11 Alive weather impact alert. And as these conditions continue to persist throughout the evening, we want to get you to our Angelina Salcido. She is in DeKalb County, in Decatur, off of Candler Road, where there's a tree down impacting power lines. And folks really trying to react in a safe manner out there, Angelina.
Yeah, so we have GDOT crews and we also have Georgia Power crews who are both here working to restore power, but also get this tree removed from the power line. This fell about 3.5 hours ago. Take a look at what's currently happening right now. You can see that the power crews are up on their bucket trucks and working on chopping this tree down and making sure that they take it off of this power line safely. Now, what we had spoken about when the crews first got here and started assessing this situation was their need to basically isolate the power that are on these lines because the lines were still live. So you'll see different poles hanging from these lines on both sides of the street here on Candler Road. And that was the part that they first did when they first got here, after they took a look at how the tree fell on this power line, to make sure that the power was isolated, the lines were dead, or the other lines that are here and still live are no longer connected to the line where the tree is. And then now they're chopping down this tree in a safe way, and then they'll start working on getting power restored to the area here. You'll see a lot of lights in this area, and that's because there's a lot of businesses, as we know, along Candler Road. But if you take a look at that apartment complex that's right to the side over there, that's the Tranquility at Decatur apartment complex. You can see that they're in black. That's because they have not had power for about 3.5 hours now. People have been coming and walking out of that area, trying to go to different businesses and trying to find a way for them to stay entertained and not be in a place that does not have power. A lot of people realized that this area of Candler Road was closed off, that they weren't going to be able to get home, and chose to go to different businesses. But this is really what the cleanup, this is what it takes to make sure that we do the cleanup in a safe way and then eventually get the power restored to people. When we talk about this tree and the fact that this tree actually came down, this tree was uprooted because of the saturation of the ground. So we know that it has rained over the last several days. We know that the ground here has been saturated because of that rain. And then we got a lot of rain throughout the last several hours here throughout the afternoon, evening, and then into tonight as well. That's what ended up sending this tree onto this power line and uprooting the roots there. The GDOT crews and the Georgia Power crews probably got here maybe about 45 minutes ago. So it took them a little bit to assess the situation, assess what they had to deal with here and how they were best going to remove this tree in order to start working on the power. We do know that about 4,000 to somewhere around 4,500 people do not have power currently in DeKalb County. And they haven't had power for quite some time. But that's the story here along Metro Atlanta. We've seen other trees come down in Metro Atlanta as well, and this is just one of them. So as we continue to go into the night, obviously the rain is going to continue falling. Right now it's light. We're not getting those downpours that we were seeing a little bit earlier, so that's a good thing. But the wind gusts, like we're starting to feel the wind pick up a little bit right now, that's what could be a little bit dangerous as we go on to the later part and the later hours of tonight. Because the ground is so saturated, if we have some heavy trees like this one was earlier today, the wind gusts could send the trees down as well. We're hoping that that doesn't happen, but it is something that we continue to monitor. And it's, of course, something that we want our viewers to be aware of as well, so that way they stay safe.
Angelina, we can really see that rain, even though it's generally light, just the way the lights are hitting it behind you. You can see it coming down at a pretty good clip there. So it's very obvious that that rain is coming down right now. I hope you're staying dry out there tonight, too.
Yes, you know, we're trying to, but I think my photographer Kyle and I know that when we come out here and we try to inform our viewers, we know that this is kind of going to be something that we encounter. The people who live in this area, who work in this area, are really the people that we've had a little bit of fun with, trying to talk through this storm, especially if they don't have power. There was a guy that really needed to get home to his grandchild who couldn't make it home. We walked him to a DeKalb County officer, kind of figured out a way for him to get himself around and then make it home again. So this is why we're here. This is why we come out here. We come out here to try and let people know about what's happening in their communities, but also to help them if we happen to be out here on the scene as well. So we've had, you know, a decent time interacting with people here in the community in Decatur.
And those folks are having to be creative in what to do while their power is out and it's dark. Hopefully it will get back soon. We'll have more from you coming up in just a little bit, Angelina.